Alright.
What's going on, guys? We
Wait, you
failed
started
to play.
already? What
Yeah,
the
I started. What are you fucking talking? I told you we're going, man.
Oh,
No slowing down on this shit. We failed to play Phantasy Star Online, so now we're trying to play F-Zero.
So, Kaze, shout out. You fucking rock, and your art's good.
What is our name gonna be?
Yeah, shout out to Kaze, whose artwork is like spectacular. We didn't know. We had fun in Boston hanging out
Yeah,
with you.
you guys were both fucking fun to hang out with.
Yeah.
We will be back.
The
Yeah,
wind
we will be
rises in the east.
Sorry, Vic and Hope, for some shit you guys don't know what we're talking about.
But
Yeah,
just
you
show
guys
them some
have
cool pictures,
been flipping out about all kinds of things.
Well,
That's
y'all
true.
got some nice looking glasses.
So 2 or more
there.
controllers are
It's
needed.
mead, bruh.
Oh shit, you got mead.
Yeah.
I want more wenches. Hey, more wenches and mead. No.
Yeah.
Victor is unplugging and replugging all the controllers.
I clicked versus battle and said 2 or more controllers are needed. I'm like, we have 4 controllers in. What the fuck are you talking about? That worked. All right.
Start from the easy.
Holy shit, man, guys, we have gone through a fucking process to play fucking games right now.
Yeah, but we're
What
all
a
here.
bitch. Oh no, we only have 4 guys.
Well, let's just all pick the one we were already on.
All right, I'm
Captain
Captain Falcon.
Wild goose.
Captain Falcon. Oh, he's a captain. All right.
Oh shit, we gotta balance our fucking stats. Oh, max speed.
Yeah.
No, I want to fucking accelerate. I want to go
I
fast.
want to be a different color.
Yeah, go right, like here.
Green captain. All right.
So we're recording again. We
I
recorded.
feel I
earlier
was so excited and ready to record when we were doing Phantasy Star Online, and then
Yeah.
like now I'm so upset that we couldn't get it to work that I'm just feel thrown for a loop.
Well,
I don't know where the fuck I am.
do you remember
anymore.
any of the things you wanted to talk about?
No, not
Remember
really.
any of the
Suicide
source
Forest.
of your?
It's the Suicide
Oh,
Forest, yeah.
thank you for reminding me. So, today we found out Logan Paul, the famous YouTuber celebrity, I guess, or some shit.
Yes.
Famous for
He's
some.
a guy.
He's some dude,
Entitled
and
boy.
he
Entitled boy.
he made a vlog where he was in Aokigahara, the forest of death
Yes.
in Japan.
White
And
boy.
And that's his brother. that's Jake. It's Jakey
Yeah.
boy.
They're the
You gotta
same
keep up with
unit.
the family, Vic. This is the Kardashians
It
of
is
the internet
confusing.
right now.
It's highly
Tattoos.
confusing. White
So-
boy.
So, anyways,
Merch.
Logan
Somebody
Paul,
got
I
a
guess, saw like a dead body, and so he captured it in his vlog.
Which is genius.
And everyone's like flipping shit on him, and I'm like, are you trying to tell me you would not do that? Like, if you saw if you were just wandering around and you found a fucking dead body, you wouldn't be like, yo, that is going in my fucking video.
Yeah.
No,
Like-
man, people have such integrity, okay?
Yeah.
I would never show a dead body in my video.
Yo, look, if that was a fucking,
No.
if that was a journalistic thought piece, and there was like a fancy picture, and it had like a couple of words about like the culture of Japan in it, then that shit would be considered like a high art
Yeah, it'd
piece.
be a really intense,
You know?
like, fucking...
It's true.
And,
He had
like,
journalistic
it's
just
just
because of the
journalistic
context of
integrity,
who it was
showing.
that posted
I think the fact that place is known enough for suicide to be a fucking tourist attraction to people like Logan Paul
Yeah.
says a lot more about the fucking culture of Japan than it does about Logan Paul for filming that shit. You
True.
know?
Oh, yeah!
Like, there's some fuck shit going on in
Suck
that
right up.
country that they gotta look at.
I fucking learned how
You
to
know?
play the last couple of seconds and I won.
That's beautiful.
He's a badass.
Word.
You did
I'm
it.
high, I'm sorry.
Have you ever been high as fuck?
Oh yeah, you got to listen to that
I
while
hit retry
smoking
on
yesterday.
I'm a real sore loser.
To the store,
Nobody's
but you're so
realized
high
that
you don't
yet.
know why you're there anymore. So you just buy a pack of gum and get the hell out. I know you're a sore loser.
Well, yeah, you would know that because you live with me, you know?
Yeah.
And this is how you play. You just save up all your
I know
pieces until
because
last
we
lap.
had the good fortune of getting to play Soul Calibur 2 together.
Oh, and
A
then-
game from both of our childhoods.
Yeah, and then
Oh, no.
once you finally picked up on the game, because I was kicking your
Yeah.
ass because I'm a button masher.
Right.
I am.
But once I remembered how to
button
play
masher.
Keelik, like I was just
Oh,
like,
yeah,
just, like,
you fucking, like,
perfecting
raped
her
me,
over and
like-
over.
We could play
again.
Soul Calibur 2 as well.
It's fucking. It's a
Yeah,
fun
we could.
game.
But like, I was
Even
upset
though I
because
would
we
feel
didn't have
bad because Hope would
Sungmina,
be the
we
only
had,
one who
like-
doesn't know the game.
It's really
I don't know
easy.
this
Just
game
button
either.
mash.
Yeah,
You know?
you can't just kind of button mash in Soul Calibur.
Yes, you can. It works.
No, I'm saying you
until-
can. You definitely can.
Yeah, like half the
That's what I do
characters
in every
operate
fighting game.
around.
Hope is pretty good at Skullgirls, just button mashing.
I just slam on
There's like a
buttons.
fucking art to button mashing, you know?
Yeah.
You have to know like which buttons are most
I mean,
often
I-
gonna have good results.
The games that I am the best
and which
at,
combination
like-
You gotta do the stats.
like the fighting
The
games
feel
that
it
I'm the
out.
best at, are the ones where button mashing is the most viable.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that is
See,
where
I can't
Those are
button
the
mash.
most fun games.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Like those are the
Button
most
mashing
fun to
is
just
painful.
jump into like at arcades and shit.
like I think like Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax, like playing
I
as
forgot that we're on
Any
the
game
final
with
level.
auto combos. Is
playing as the
pretty fun to
Oreimo
button
girl,
mash it.
like. Well, I don't just mean like auto combo. I mean, because that's not button mashing. That's fucking pressing the
Yeah.
same button over and over again,
That's
trying to make
true.
a combo happen. Like
Oh, I keep hearing
the way I play,
God.
the way I play sometimes is like I will be legitimately mashing buttons, but like I'm doing it in different directions, like trying to guide my character, you know? Like I'm not really trying to use specific moves. I'm just trying to guide her around the stage. And because that game, all of her attacks make you move, it's very easy to like keep moving and not get caught by people if you keep like spamming attacks, you
Yeah.
know? So like I usually play characters that allow that on some level. Like Cammy from Street Fighter allows a little bit of that, but like because that game is so technical, you cannot really be good doing that, you know? But like it's kind of viable as Slayer and Guilty Gear unless your opponent is really good, and it's like definitely viable as like Keelik and Soul Calibur and the Oreimo girl from fucking Dengeki Bunko.
Any kind of character with like very high speed is gonna be a great button masher.
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know?
and Misfortune from Skullgirls. Like, I mean, I can't play against anybody who's like competent at the game, but against like anyone
I mean-
who's not, it's the button mashing is Misfortune will make you win. The way-
What
if you do
really
it the way
taught
I
me
do
to
it.
like actually play video games is League of Legends, because like I've always just been like, you know, either strategy or you like fucking hit this button as fast as you can, and those are my favorite games.
Right.
True.
But those are the most fun to play.
I'm always like, I find one combo that really works with the fighting game, and then like I can't do anything but that in trying to set that up.
Yeah.
That's like the thing that is working for me, and so I will try to like find that circumstance.
It's not a good place to fucking lose to.
Oh man, this game like takes a lot of my concentration.
Yeah.
Just don't play so well.
That's true.
Like I'm in fourth,
I could
and
just
I'm
not play
having
well at all.
a perfectly fine amount of
I feel
conversation.
like we should play Soul Calibur now and take
Oh, Soul
turns.
Calibur.
It's just as we get as
Fun.
Dude, okay, one of them, I don't know if we mentioned this in a video somewhere, but one of the infinite number of ways that May and I are just the same person
Oh.
displaced in time and gender
Why would somebody do that to me?
is that both of us
Fucking cucklords?
know, like both of us at like the same time in like 2003, like read all the Soul Calibur 2 deep lore.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
But we don't
like,
know
real
anything
into,
past
like,
it.
the stats and fucking
Yeah.
Don't know any
everything about
of the
it.
rest of the Soul
Like,
Calibur
I don't know
franchise.
the story. Like I played the story mode of that game a million times. I don't know shit about the other games. I
Yeah,
just know everything about.
Neither
this
one of us
character.
has ever played Soul Edge or Soul Calibur 1.
Uh,
But we both played the shit out of Soul Calibur
It's
2
because-
and like learned all the narrative. But then when we played the future games, we never got that into it or learned the narrative how it
character
continues.
designs and the motions that they make in that game are fucking superb.
Yeah.
And
They're
like
pretty
you
good.
could just stare at the fucking animation screen for fucking like. You could just stare at those titties bouncing
I want
as
another Soul
long
Calibur
as you
game.
fucking can.
Soul
Yeah.
Calibur's dope. It's like my fucking favorite.
It's
One of my
pretty
favorite fighting games. No one is ever into the fighting games that I like and am
Yeah.
good at. I'm like, Soul Calibur, I can fucking play that
Well, it just depends on how
forever,
good
and like
they are
no
as
one
a
ever wants to
competitive
play it.
game,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
All the games that are broken and shitty are the games that I like.
Well, yeah.
Well, those are the fun
I mean,
ones.
fucking Soul Calibur 4 was like my favorite one because
Yeah.
that one,
Ah, shit.
it was my favorite one to play. Like Soul Calibur 2 is the one where I knew everything about it.
Yeah.
But Soul Calibur 4 was
My
the one.
parents would not like buy me other Soul Calibur games.
Oh,
'cause
yeah?
I was like so addicted to 2.
Oh boy.
And it was like very clearly above my maturity level.
Yeah.
Like I was fucking like screaming about big tits and stabbing people.
But I think 2 and 3 were the coolest
Yes.
to me because they had the most bonus content, you know.
Well, yeah.
And 4, and
There's
then
so
5
much
had
cool
nothing.
shit.
Like there's
I've
nothing to
always
do
wanted
in
to play
5.
them.
Yeah, well,
Ruined it.
the thing about 4 is that came out when we were first hanging out with Donson and like playing tons of fighting games with him because he was like fucking insanely masterful at fighting games when we first met him.
But I don't think Donson
But,
ever played Soul Calibur before. Because
Oh,
me and
yeah, he
Brando,
did.
would stay up and get all the achievements.
We play, dude. No, Donson would come over in the middle of the day, and him and Brando and you and I would play Soul Calibur 4.
I don't
on
remember
the
him being
Xbox
good at Soul
360.
Calibur, though. Yeah.
He wasn't good at it.
I remember
but he
him
would
not
play it
liking
with
Soul
us.
Calibur at all.
Yeah, I mean, he gave up after a little while.
Yeah.
But like,
because me and Brando both got really good at it and got like every fucking achievement in the entire game and 100% of that
are
shit.
you sure you're not thinking of 3? That was
No,
the
that
one
was definitely
Marcus got
4. Me and
obsessed
Marcus
with
got
3.
obsessed with 3.
But
Completely
yeah,
forgot about
like,
that shit.
like,
Me and Marcus would play it
we
constantly.
were playing a lot of it, and it was like what made it fun for me was that they made the final boss like a character, and he was overpowered as fuck, and I would play him every time. So like I had a fighting chance in the game, even though I'm generally like shit at fighting games.
Because you played
like,
the most broken character in the game.
Oh, I see what happened.
Incredible.
And like so, but then when 5 came out, there was no like particularly good character. Like Keelik's son was not nearly as OP as Keelik.
Yeah.
Like, I think maybe Soul Calibur 5 might have actually been more, like, fighting game type, but, like, the community didn't care about it.
Yeah.
You know? Like, it probably, like...
It didn't have a cool, like, extra character.
Well, the problem is that they tried to, like, change the... Like, I guess because they were changing movesets and trying to make the characters different, they replaced a lot of them, you know?
Yeah.
But that just made people pissed off because, like, people who actually did like Soul Calibur were, like, more into it for the story. And so they were like, what the fuck happened to Keelik? Why am I playing as some fucking kid, you know?
It is fucking gay that they
Where's
did the time
Zhang
skip
Why
thing.
is it a, like, his...
That's
her
probably why
daughter,
it's not here anymore,
you know?
because they fucked it up doing a time skip.
Yeah.
Now it's just like, who cares? I don't want to see these
Right.
characters again.
Like, like, Soul Calibur was never a big fighting game. It was a big, like... narrative game.
Yeah.
Like you like
Yeah.
the characters and shit, and so I think they underestimated that and changed
they
it too
wanted
much.
to change like the image of their game. They wanted to like look more like a real fighting game. To do that, they had to like give it
have
a new
no
face.
content to do new
But
characters
they
that
could
suck.
have just given them like they could have just made like old games, like the same models
Yeah.
and shit, and just like made a system that made sense.
Well, yeah, where they fucked up, they didn't capitalize on what Mortal Kombat succeeded with Mortal Kombat 10. Because, like, I mean, Mortal Kombat's way more successful anyways than Soul Calibur is, but, like, with Mortal Kombat X, it was like they stripped away all the bullshit and just made it like a fun fighting game for the first time in a long time. Where, like, Mortal Kombat had really gone down this road of, like, all like weird bonus content and stuff, and
Yeah,
like
but that stuff's
packing
great.
in more and more and more
That
shit.
stuff's fun.
No, but then the combat became
Because
garbage in those
we played
games.
the fuck out of Deadly Alliance.
Deadly
Like,
Alliance
because
is
there was
not
so much
that
to it. And
bad.
Mortal Kombat Armageddon, me and
No,
Shade played
okay.
the fuck out of Mortal Kombat Armageddon.
was, yeah, you and Shade played the fuck out of it, but as a fighting game, it was fucking awful.
Yes, it's terrible,
Like-
but it's fucking great.
Like, it was only fun because you were a kid and you loved customizing
Yes,
shit.
and you could give your guy a sword and spam the same shit over and over
Right.
again to win.
But, like, they wanted Mortal Kombat to be, like, played by fighting game players again.
Yeah.
Which it hadn't been for a while. And, like, I think they kind of just stripped down a lot of the bullshit and just made, like, a decent
So
fighting
you could argue
game.
that's what Soul Calibur 5 tried to do, because they took out
Right,
everything except for the characters.
But the reason that they failed is that they took out the characters.
Yeah.
Like, that Mortal Kombat kept the same... It kept all the iconography of Mortal Kombat. They just revamped it so that, like, a new generation would care about it. Or, like, an older generation would care about it again.
Yeah.
And, like... But, like, they kept all the iconography the same. Whereas Soul Calibur, like, by changing all the characters, anybody who cared about it as kids are, like, not impressed, you know?
Yeah.
We're like, yo, I come to this for specific reasons.
And then, like, it's not like Soul Calibur is going to get a new fan base unless it gets really popular, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And it didn't
Unless-
take off with fighting game
yeah.
players because it probably still wasn't that well balanced and good.
Yeah.
It's because it already has a bad reputation of not being balanced, so no one even
Right.
gives it a shot.
Plus, like, I mean, 3D fighting games are not the most popular.
It
Fighting
blows my
games
mind.
these
It's like
days.
fucking. I had Tolentino over to play ARMS, and he's immediately just like, "Oh, this game seems like bullshit and not good enough," and didn't even really give it a shot. And I was like, you know what, whatever, dude, fuck off. ARMS is fucking
fighting
great.
game community is like really all they care about is Street Fighter.
Yes,
you know,
it's all they'll take seriously at all.
It's the only thing that like they.
I mean,
don't
it took long
question.
enough for fucking Smash to be taken seriously, and now it's already like basically not taken seriously.
Yeah.
I don't
Nintendo
know.
doesn't understand how to cater, like when.
Yeah,
it is
it's
taken
confusing.
seriously.
Like they know how to hype. They really know how to hype, but they don't know how to like actually deliver to their fans
really
what they
understand,
want. You know.
They like understand casual
I think they partially
players.
don't care about their fans.
I saw some shit. I saw like an article reshare earlier. I don't remember fucking where or why, but someone was resharing a tweet about how the guy in charge, you know the guy, the Zelda guy, Shigeru Miyamoto.
Fucking Miyamoto, yes.
Miyamoto literally goes out of his way to hire people who are not gamers.
I see.
Like he tries
it makes
to
sense.
like he said like he specifically looks for on his team like for people who aren't really into video games specifically. They're just like into creative stuff. Like like he just wants like Imagineers basically.
I understand because that's how Miyamoto like in interview wise tends to be, but then you have to wonder like how much of this is just pretentiousness and how much of this is like actual
I don't
philosophy.
think it's pretentiousness at all because he's Japanese and they tend to not be as much like that. But like
he's very much like he cares about innovation and not about satisfying the fan base at all.
Right.
So like on that logic, it's understandable. Then they're
Because
not
he
making
thinks-
anything interesting right now, innovation wise.
I think he maybe sees himself as a Steve Jobs kind of character.
And it makes sense from the perspective of like, oh yeah, if you want to make new stuff, because I think that's a big problem in gaming right now is that everyone making games is fans of games, and they just make games that are kind of like what they grew up with. Like that's why there's so many Zelda clones and so many 2D games, and like it's just people redoing genres that have already existed. And so I think Nintendo, that was my argument for why Nintendo is still relevant, is that they still have the potential to make something new that we haven't already experienced before, you know? Because so many people are focusing on remaking shit and like making a new Zelda game that's like Zelda but better. And nobody's focusing on like just redefining what it is to be a game. And I think Nintendo wants to do that. They just aren't like succeeding at it, you know? That's what Miyamoto wants to. That's why he might hire people who aren't gamers, because they're going to think of something that gamers wouldn't think of. Right. Gamers are thinking within the confines of what is defined as a video game right now, you know? So it's like, it's smart, but they're not really doing it, you know? They end up creating 1-2 switch and like completely miss the pulse of what anyone
That's
could
what
care
I'm saying.
about,
Like,
you know?
I think he sees himself as like a Steve Jobs kind of guy, but they are not pulling Steve Jobs kind of money off of these projects.
And
they're just making shitty ideas.
Yeah, they're like they're kind of like the underdogs in like this competition, and they're taking the like. Yeah. You want to kind of catch up technically before you like.
I feel like, but they don't care. You know, it's like it's hard to make them care.
Because Nintendo's always been about like the casual player, and like that that is dying because people like can just take out their fucking iPads and just
exactly.
I'm gonna play Candy Crush.
But that's why there's so many Nintendo phone app games now. Like there's a million Pokemon games now on the phone.
They want to capitalize on that, but they don't really understand the market.
Yeah.
Because like.
Well, they're just hiring other app developers. Like Pokemon Go was developed by guys who already had a game. Yeah, Niantic. And like all of those games are they're just handing the IP off to studios who already make phone games, and they're just remaking the games.
I do love Nintendo and shit, but I don't think they're ever gonna be like ever gonna be extremely relevant, you know.
I mean, they are. They are
relevant, like, but not in the same way.
The Switch is doing really good.
Well, no, that's the weird thing about it. They're like the Switch is selling for almost no reason. Yeah. Okay, let's put it this way. Zelda and Mario just that good?
To me, it's like they are, but then like there does need to be more to it. But then I feel like as an adult though, good at all. Like here's the thing. Like as a kid, having just Zelda and Mario would have really sucked. Like this would be a shitty console to a kid. But as an adult, I only have time to play Zelda and Mario anyways. Like I don't have time to play a million games. Yeah. So having just 4 amazing games for it is enough, because that's all I have time for anyways, you know?
Like, that's the casual gamer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So to me as a casual gamer, it's fantastic.
But they're never going to be in competition with like PC, which is obviously direct competition with like PS4 and fucking Xbox.
But then like I think they don't care about that, because in direct competition they would lose anyway, so they have to appeal to someone else.
They definitely do.
All right, well here's the thing here's what freaks me out about it, because I think that people always just compare shit to what's like out now, right? Like people look at Zelda and Mario and they're like, well, Skyward Sword was forever ago and like it's not that well remembered, but like these guys are making a huge change to make the game more modern and like cool, right? Yeah. And then, like, Mario, it's like, oh, man, Mario hasn't had a proper game in so long. So people are, like, really excited about these games because they're like, I haven't gotten a good Zelda or a good Mario in, like, 10, 15 years. So, like, I need this in my life, right? So, like, well, 10, 15 is a way too many years, as I just said. But you know what I mean. So they... You know, people are, like, really hype about those games. And then they're comparing them to, like, all the other shit that's coming out right now. And they're like, oh, man, with in a year where we've got, like, nothing but fucking Destiny 2 or, like, fucking some other shit that nobody cares about as, like, the big hyped games, it's really nice to have, like, a great Zelda and Mario game, right? Yeah. So people are, like, flocking to the Switch, like, oh, my God, the Switch is where the games are right now. But I'm sitting here,
but then
like,
those games are out now, and now there's not going to be
well,
anything.
I'm sitting here, like, people are praising the Switch when this console has, like, 2 games, and if you don't like those 2 games, there's nothing for you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I understand how there's nothing for you.
Right. But, like, it's crazy to me that it's selling so well just because of, like, the way that the industry is right now, that people are, like, so hyped to get a good Zelda and Mario game.
Yeah.
And, like...
Because of Nintendo's artificial scarcity of Zelda.
Exactly. The artificial scarcity of these fucking games, because any other fucking... you know, game genre wouldn't have had this gaping hole in it.
Yeah.
You know, and like,
it's weird to me that
crazy that people are celebrating them for like the meager accomplishment of catching up with everyone else. How many fucking great games has Platinum made in the time between those consoles?
What I don't understand is where is the person filling the void of the lack of Zelda game, you know? Where is Zelda's competition? I don't understand how there is none. Like, there is just not another good Zelda game. I guess Dark Souls almost fills that void, but not in the same way.
Yeah, I think Dark Souls kind of did fill that void. I think that's why Dark Souls got so big.
Possibly.
Is that it was like something people see as like, oh, this perfect game.
Yeah.
You know?
Kind of
like
perfect.
Perfectly crafted fantasy adventure game.
Fantasy adventure, yeah. Strange. And then even like Breath of the Wild is kind of not like a Zelda game, you know, it's a completely different thing. I almost wish it was its own IP because it just would have been more interesting that way, and then they could have just made a generic proper Zelda game, you know.
Right.
And we wouldn't have felt like we were missing out on Zelda, because it's such a fucking great game, but then it's such a not Zelda game, you know.
Yeah.
So it's still, but then, you know, at least now you can go back and, like, if I wanted to go back and play a Mario game, I would just play Mario Odyssey. Whereas I feel like I can still play every Zelda game individually and have my own
I think
fun.
all the Zelda games are different enough from each other to be fun individually, with few exceptions.
Yeah.
Like, there are just a couple of them that I'm like, I could just play that one, you know?
No. Twilight Princess is a masterpiece.
Victor, I
love
fucking
fucking Twilight Princess.
I know you do, Victor. I tried to fucking play that recently.
Or you playing? Or you played the HD, didn't you? You can just give that to me if you don't like it.
I got the I got the HD version for the Wii U.
Fuck.
And I got to this part. I got to this part where you have to fight like 3 of those fucking things where, like, when you're a dog and you have to kill all of them at once. You know what I'm talking about?
End my suffering. Do it. I'm still not to.
Victor, do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know what I'm talking about?
What? Hold on, I was too busy.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get you out of whatever you're thinking of.
The fuck are you talking about?
In Zelda Twilight Princess, there's a part where you have to kill these guys. Like, when you're the dog, you have to, like, kill these guys all at once.
Yes.
And it's really fucking annoying. And I got to this room where I just couldn't figure out how to do it.
Okay, so you suck. Alright.
I could not figure out how to kill all 4 at once.
But that's your problem, not the games.
And it made me go so far back, and I still don't know how. I don't know how to get past that part. I didn't look it up.
It must be because
somebody
you're
told
fucking
me.
retarded.
No, it...
That game is easy as shit.
Do you know what...
I can imagine. There's a lot of those moments, but
there's 4 of them.
Yeah.
And there's one that's separated from the other 3.
Yeah.
And you have to lure... Like, I assume you have to lure them all together, but you can't. Because their AI won't let you do that.
Nah.
No, they will not let you, Victor. I fucking tried this a lot of times.
I don't know what was going wrong. Maybe the Wii U version is broken.
The only way... There's only 2 possibilities. Either one... that yes, this version of the game or whatever is not functional, or the other is I did not understand the basic concept of what I have to do. But
Possibly.
in either
This
case,
level's
it
so
pisses me
cool.
This is
off.
dope.
This level is dope as shit, yes.
I love this.
There's lava above you
It's
and below
this is
you
just
and
a
all
great
over the place.
fucking God.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's snaky.
This is one of the ones that makes this game so sick.
Thank you.
This is why there is a fucking...
Sometimes you
Oh,
Well, that's the thing.
This is why Hot Racing Neo cannot replace fucking F-Zero. That game is
Right.
not good enough. It is not fucking good enough. Shigeru Miyamoto can't look me in the fucking eyes and tell me that game adequately replaces F-Zero, goddammit. Miyamoto needs to get his shit together, come
Look
up
me
with
in the
some
eyes,
fucking
Miyamoto.
gimmick. You cannot tell me there is
Tell
no
me.
gimmick at all they can slap onto this game to make it viable again. Because Miyamoto's definition of, oh, I can't do F-Zero again because there's nothing else to do with it. Give me a fucking break, dude. You can find something to do. Some fucking gimmick to put into F-Zero.
Yeah.
You will do the most retarded shit. You'll make a
look.
million Yoshi games where the only fucking difference is that now you go between planes. Like, don't give me that shit, dude. Don't tell me you actually care about innovation, Miyamoto. Go fuck yourself, dude. You put out
like,
bullshit.
Well, like, I mean, like Mario Tennis Ultra Smash is like, it basically is just Mario Tennis.
It's the
except
same shit.
But they changed enough about it that it does feel different. It feels
Yeah.
like a different game, but they only had to do a little bit to do that.
Exactly.
Like, all they
they
did
can
was
find
make it
something
so-
with F-Zero.
All they did was make it so the game like now prompts you about like what button combos would be best to use in each situation.
Yeah, and they already did that on the DS.
well,
So that's not
I
even
didn't know
new.
that.
Yeah.
Well,
They've
they also
been
have
doing that on
Ultra
the
Mode where
DS.
you turn big.
Yeah, they did that too on another one, I think.
Oh well.
There's
then-
nothing fucking new,
Oh
dude.
my god, have you guys seen the Mario Party like 1000 best of games?
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
retarded.
Oh my god.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
the
Or is
top-
it
the
amazing?
top 100.
Do you think it's
I
amazing or
I
retarded?
have no idea. I just really want
Victor's
to
like,
buy it.
Victor's
and
like,
play
I made
it.
an assumption about what your opinion would
Exactly.
be. And
I-
since I don't
I
actually
always
have a
jump for
meaningful
the most
opinion,
negative
I'm
thing
just
ever.
gonna let you fucking.
I'm like, wait a minute, maybe May has
I had
insight.
the feels that like you guys like waiting for my approval. I just want
Yeah.
to play it. Because
Yeah.
I'm
Nah.
a big fan of Mario Party.
I mean, if it's all the best mini games, I feel like it could be
it
more
could
fun.
be fun.
You
It's
know?
definitely not going to be as fun playing on 3DS though, but if it has like fucking multiplayer and you fucking play online and it's good, that may be a good game.
That was the highlight of the Nintendo
that has
World
struck-
Championships.
That
Yeah.
game has struck me before as one that every time I saw someone mention it, it was with derision, and then I thought silently, but don't you always argue that the only reason you play Mario Party is for the mini games? So why
Yeah,
would this be a
exactly.
problem?
Exactly.
It's like the best part of Mario Party, so like I kind of
If
want
it's
to
all
give
of
it
the
a
best
chance.
part of every Mario game, why would it be a
definitely
problem?
a Nintendo cocksucker. Like,
Mhm. I will jerk Nintendo's dick forever until
Oh, yeah.
I see Miyamoto
Victor,
dead
how
in the eyes.
into Nintendo Power were you?
No, not at all.
No,
Not
what are
at
you
all.
talking about? I looked at the pictures for real.
because
Like,
Victor couldn't read.
it had all the best pictures.
But I was just about to say another reason
I
that
still
May and
love
I
Nintendo
are
Power.
the same person,
Because we
separated
both
by
like
time and
religiously
distance.
read Nintendo Power.
Yeah. I like considered it a skill of mine that I could tell you what had been on the cover of the last 12 issues of Nintendo Power, and I would do that in 3rd grade at the lunch table.
That's beautiful.
Like,
We would
I
have
don't
been like
wanna
best
holiday.
friends. Like,
oh
elementary
yeah,
school.
we would have been best friends at any time that we had
Oh.
met.
I wish I had ever been friends with any girl who was into fucking anything that would. It's
Right?
so
Anything?
it's
Right?
so weird that like growing up, it feels like no one is into the shit you're into, and then you grow up and like
And you
everyone's into
realize,
the shit
like,
you're
lots of
into.
people were.
Everyone
Yeah.
was just fucking hiding it. We talked about this on the show a million times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
for
God
sure.
damn, where were all these fucking people when I was like
Being antisocial just
Yeah.
like you were.
antisocial as shit? Well, they were all on the internet and I wasn't there, so
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
there
there
you
you
go.
go.
Yeah,
That's why I
was
got on the
definitely
internet.
an internet person.
everyone was on the internet assuming everyone else on the internet was a 30-year-old freaky white dude, and like, so no
Take
one knew that
advantage
these
of
people
that.
were just, everyone was actually kids.
No, it was mostly 30-year-olds. Kind of
Yeah, it was definitely mostly older people, but there were definitely more
Yeah.
kids than those. There
Yeah.
still are. Okay, I've said this 1,000 times, but like almost all like shitty commenters are kids.
Yes, I think
Yeah.
most
And,
people
like,
understand that.
No,
now.
they don't. People will not accept
That's
that.
so weird.
Well, it's because it takes power away to admit that. Like,
Yeah.
like what are you?
Because
Supposed
even
to,
like our commenters are great, and it's like almost everyone is a high schooler. Like almost
Right.
everyone who
Yeah,
watches
that's true.
Digibros is a
That's
high
who
schooler.
watches Let's Plays.
Yeah,
I
That's
agree.
And I'm like, I understand,
When I was in
because-
high
I watched
school.
so much Let's Play in high
But
school.
like as an
Yeah.
adult, like I'd love to, but like
You ain't got
I'm
no
just
time.
doing
Time
this.
for
This
it.
is this would be my time to watch Let's Play.
Yeah,
Right.
which is why I
And
give
this is,
lots
like,
of
a
bro logic-y fathery advice on our Let's Play because I'm
Right.
like, everyone is in high school and they need help. They all need our fucking guidance.
Help.
And I assume that they're all in high school and they're all exactly like me
No.
because they're watching
I mean,
this,
I think
which
a
means
lot
they
of
must
I
be
think a
just
lot
like
more
me.
of our audience is above high school than you give it credit for.
I feel like the people who watch Vic and Hope are mostly high
Maybe,
schoolers.
maybe. I think so.
I'll get a lot of
A lot of
commenters
them
that are
are.
like, I'm in college.
I think
There's that
there's,
guy
like,
Zoinko
a
who's in
good
school.
He just doesn't
group.
comment on your
There's
shit.
definitely a good group of them who are like younger.
Yeah, there's fucking, what's his name?
It's a
Who's
good
exactly
crowd
like
of
me.
ages.
Broken Blade.
Is it
Yeah,
Broken
I
Blade?
feel like you
or-
don't have like a
Broken
lot of
Maybe.
older like fans.
I feel like
but
it is.
We definitely have like a good mix.
Anyway, why are we talking about that?
I don't know.
Why are we
I
talking
don't
about
even
the age
remember
of
what the
our
fuck's
audience?
going on anymore.
Well,
Oh yeah,
we're
because there are
talking
kids on the
about-
internet
yeah.
in the early
Oh yeah,
times.
yeah. I
Whoa!
was just saying that like
Fuck.
Flip! Oh shit! Fuck!
Dude.
I'm dead.
like there's so many.
I came out the wrong way.
Like
You
I just
scared
think
me.
that kids are way more
Screaming.
likely to share their opinions about things on the
Yeah.
internet.
Yes.
That's
That
probably
adults
valid.
are way more likely to be lurkers and to not really say anything in response unless they have something to say.
They
Whereas
can't be
kids just want
baited
to
as
open their
easily.
mouth
Yeah.
all the time
Because kids don't
like,
want to prove that they're smart, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
They think that they are smarter than most
Not
other
even
kids.
not even
and,
just that they're
like,
smart, but like just that they want to like connect with people. They're like
Yeah,
trying
that's
to
true.
they're trying
They
to
like
fucking make
expressing themselves.
make
There
friends
was a
or
time when like
have an identity.
commenting on something was like it was kind of thrilling.
Yeah,
when you were a
exactly.
kid. And when
Wow.
you're kind of grown up, you're like, oh well, like I
It's
don't need to
not as
comment
charming
this.
anymore.
Like what's it?
Exactly. Like I don't
Commenting
comment
isn't
shit
gonna like
anymore.
make me feel
Yeah.
more fulfilled. Like I
Like-
had that thought, and that's good.
The only
Yeah.
people whose shit I'll comment on these days is like if they are a friend of mine, and I'll just tell them to them. I won't
Yeah.
comment
Yeah,
on a video.
exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Like
Send them a text.
like most of those people are tend to be younger, and especially the ones who are like shitty commenters because like they're fucking bored. Like I was there, I was a
Yeah.
fucking kid on the internet, just
Word.
fucking bored. Leaving
Brando was
comments
an
on
actual
shit,
internet troll, you know?
Brando, dude. I mean,
He
we
still
would watch
is.
him-
Yeah.
He just told us how he was banned from some dude's live stream, streaming
fucking
PUBG
with
because he
him.
just started calling him a faggot and stuff. And just telling him he should kill himself.
Dude, Brando.
10
We
out
used to
of
watch
10.
this happen. We'd be sitting in the fucking in Victor's room, and Brando would open up YouTube, and he'd just click on random videos, and he would always like dislike and flag them. Like one time we were watching like a it was like some charity video, like
Yo,
some like
I had mad friends
That
who
was
do
hilarious.
that. They
yeah.
just like go on YouTube and just like dislike and flag random shit.
Brando
Like,
actually had like
useless.
the police called on him for trolling some girl he knew in high school
Oh yeah.
yeah.
and like just shit talking her a bunch, and then the police had to show up at his house
Oh,
and like
fuck.
scare the shit out of him. Of course, he got in a lot of trouble.
But
for that.
I mean, as he should, because
Yeah, and he
trolling
was
is
an asshole.
fucked.
It's one
but,
thing
like-
to go troll random people. It's another thing because he would just troll people in his high school on his Facebook,
Right.
like people that he knew
the
he would
thing
fuck
is,
with on Facebook.
Like, while Brando might be like a little bit of a wild boy, like he ain't thinking about it. Like,
Yeah.
he's not. He was just doing that. Like, he would just open up YouTube, open up some video of like a charity where like it was like donate this thing, you
it's
get
like the
$1.
Red Cross or some shit.
And he left a comment like, "What the fuck? This is a ripoff. You're trying to take my money." Downvoted and like reported, and like it started a huge comment chain where people were like
Did it
telling
actually
him,
get?
yeah, like he kept getting responses in his like notifications. From people like responding to his comment, like saying that he was evil and stuff, and he would just respond like, "No, fuck you guys, you don't understand. This is a conspiracy and shit like that." Like he would just just a bunch of bullshit,
Yes.
and it just like didn't care. And I was like,
You're
yeah,
just laughing about it.
that's
it's
what
funny
a
as
lot
shit.
of shitty comments are. Is
It's just
like
prank calling,
a
you know?
bored
Yeah.
15-year-old who's just like saying shit.
It's
because
a modern
they
version
can,
of prank
you know?
calling.
Yeah.
And like, I don't think enough people like realize that, and like, I don't think that excuses any of it. Like, yeah, you should still call those kids out for being fucking assholes, but you also should just be like,
Whatever.
don't take too much of it to heart, because a lot of it's fucking dumb kids, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, we need to punish these dumb kids and like teach them that this is not okay, but like, we need better education on the internet, because none of the fucking adults alive understand it. They don't
Yeah,
know
that's true.
cyberbullying, you know?
As
Oh god.
proven by cyberbullying movies.
As any
Oh my
movie
God.
that involves cyberbullying where you're just like,
It's fantastic.
how the fuck are people so out of touch that they don't understand how this shit works at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking 13 Reasons Why, god damn it.
13 cuts.
Such a fucking
So good.
worthwhile watch to know how not to treat teenage problems in a fucking TV show.
Fucking so terrible at this.
Oh god damn it! I fucked up. I was doing amazing. Oh, no one's passed me. That's kind of
Oh, I keep
fascinating.
That's 'cause I keep
confusing
falling
fucking Vic and Conrad.
I-
And I'm like fucking like yelling at Vic, but it's Conrad who was like fucking fighting with.
I'm like,
Jesus.
I keep somehow being in like.
I have fucked up
third.
dramatically.
Yeah,
I'm
off
still
the
in
cliff.
first.
I have fallen off like.
Dude, I am
80
I've
am
fallen off
fucking up
about every
hard.
time.
I literally just like killed myself like 4 times.
I need
in
to
a
go
row.
back to the basic
So did
stages.
I don't know if
And yet
anybody
somehow
saw
I
that.
still
I
passed
was in
you.
like 2nd place and then I went to 4th place.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should just stop playing and watch speedruns of this game.
We
This is
should
pretty good.
play Soul Calibur.
Speedrun for
Dude, I do want to
for
play Soul
F-Zero.
Calibur.
I
If we're down for that,
I'm definitely
we
down.
could take turns, loser out. You know.
Yeah.
I'm down to clown.
All right.
And I'm down.
Are we all good to play Soul Calibur? Because this
I'm gonna
game is.
pound that frown till it's
We're almost
upside
done with like
down.
half the stages of this fucking game, anyways.
Oh fuck.
We
I'm starting
really
to,
are
I got a
those-
pretty good buzz now, and now I can't like see what I'm doing anymore.
We really
You're
are
not
those twins from
focusing.
Super
No,
Jam.
No, I
aren't
think
we?
we really are because
Uh,
we're like mega creepy.
Shit.
Like I
We're like mega creepy.
feel like if somebody just saw us in public and we were both like fucking
Like finishing each
high.
other's sentences
Yeah,
like that.
I think you'd be like, what the fuck is
Finishing
this?
each other's
Like,
Yeah,
sandwiches.
we're the like the
Finishing each
Latouche
other's-
twins
yeah.
from fucking
we
Bioshock
fucking even look like
Infinite.
each other.
I smoked weed with
Yeah.
this dude, but I didn't have a clue.
Who was
there were
saying-
girls up in that house.
Fuck.
Who
He
was
said, "Please
saying
help me
something
get out."
recently at a thing we were at? It
Oh,
was
my
like
fucking aunt said
like your
that.
mom or your aunt.
My aunt said that we looked like fucking siblings.
Yeah, and we were like,
Wow.
yeah,
Oh.
we've
That's-
never thought about that before. We don't.
We don't know who mom's dad is.
No, that doesn't make any
okay.
sense.
Fuck. Plot
Ah.
twist. Grandpa.
All I'm saying is,
Fuck. What if it really was what if that happened? What if
Dude.
we were fucking related?
Nah.
all I have to say is
No.
that
I'm
May
all
and
in favor of
May
that
and I
in
look a
canon.
lot alike, and we're both big anime fans. That's all I'm saying.
Someone cloned you and made a girl version.
That's a possibility.
That's
Or I'm from the
Sick,
future.
dude. Sick,
I feel
dude.
I'm from
Bro, you're
Wait,
from
wait,
the
wait.
future, bro.
You're who from the future?
I'm your fucking,
Are you my daughter?
Yeah,
Are you your own
I'm definitely your daughter
mom?
in the
Okay.
future, and
All
I've
right.
come to like save you from madness. So
I
descend
will
into madness.
This is like the plot of You
Victor.
Made Your Own Choice.
Brian Victor, will you give me water?
Victor's drunk already? What? He had like a glass of brandy or a glass of mead.
Bitch didn't give me any water.
All right, I think we're breaking the episode here. Hey Victor, are we breaking the episode?
No, you gotta talk more about how you're my dad.
No, that's weird.
Word.
This is a recording. No, do you know Yome Iro Choice? Have you ever heard of
No.
that? Alright, it's this awesome manga that you will absolutely love more than anything. Because it's
Yeah.
a fan service harem manga. But it's about this guy who's got 3 daughters from the future who come back in time. And because each of them's trying to get him to fuck like their moms.
I'm smaller
But like
than you.
if he fucks one of them, the other 2 will cease to exist because their
Oh,
timeline
fuck.
won't be the real one.
That's awesome.
So like these 3 little girls are all trying to get their dad to fuck their mom.
Oh no.
But in the process, like they're using themselves as well because he's like he'll fuck anything because he's a fucking like weirdo. So like they're like trying to fuck him as well. And then I think there's like a potential like daughter with his daughter that like is
10 out of
exists.
10.
Yeah, there's like a lot of
Yes.
shit. Like there's a lot of like
Oh my
alternate
God.
universe like characters
That's really
that will be
fun.
showing
That's
up.
such a fun.
Oh,
fucking-
it is by far my favorite like
concept.
harem manga of all time,
That's why
and it
fucking
should be
manga
animated.
porn is top tier.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
God.
not even porn. It's like a fan service thing.
That's fucking
it's like
great.
super raunchy though.
No.
Like To Love Ru level
That's
of
great.
raunchy.
I probably have to read that.
Tu
But,
love Rue Fruche
But it's way better than
Ce
To
soit.
Love Ru.
Yeah, that's how the song goes.
Fuck you.
Tu love Rue
It's called Yome Iro Choice. Anyway, are we just? Is this all one episode? Did
Yeah.
we not
I mean,
try?
fuck it, dude. What are we gonna do? Multiple episodes? It's
Alright,
gay.
Who's playing first?
Oh yeah.
We have to send our best man from each
Connor,
couple.
the black controller is
That's
second
Victor.
player, so. Me and Connor at first, and then we're
Yeah, if you play Helix, you might be the
Okay.
best.
okay. It's start. Let's make sure the recording's still
Fucking
going.
tournament style.
I'm gonna check the recording. Oh, should we do a new episode? Doesn't matter.
No.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. Yeah, we're only 39 minutes in.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just balls and
Holy
titties part
fuck.
2.
That felt like a lot more.
See, that's why we shouldn't play F-Zero.
Well, especially just because of the amount of time it took us to do the. Oh wait, that was a separate video.
How
The,
many and under? Yeah. Standing, truth and love and trust abounding.
Oh, what am I
we
doing?
don't have
Oh,
secret
I'm
characters.
Keelik. No, we don't have any secret characters.
Need Talon. Talon was my shit in this game, and then they've ruined her in every other game. Except for Soul
She's
Calibur
really
4.
cute.
She's
She
legit.
is.
She looks
fucking love her
retarded as hell in
character
this game,
design.
kind of.
No, dude, she's
Oh.
adorable.
No, she's
If
great.
you choose the other one where she's got the pink on, Conrad, you gotta select those
Oh,
two.
the
Oh.
pink one? No, her original outfit's way better.
I don't know. I don't like pigtails.
What?
Like, I desperately hate pigtails.
Oh, that's a crime. Pigtails are top
no.
tier.
No, they are not.
Yes,
They're
they are.
absolute fucking shit
Agree
tier
to
garbage.
disagree.
Oh boy.
Wait, whose side are you on, Hope? You
No
like
pigtails.
No pigtails.
We both
Nah.
find pigtails to be
It's
disgusting.
okay.
and
It's
abhorrent.
okay. I
What
know
about-
you don't even like pigtails, Conrad, but
What
I will
about-
fight this battle alone.
Well, I don't like her pigtails are fine. I wouldn't consider that even like.
That's fucking.
It's not as annoying as pigtails can be.
Yeah, I like braids more,
I
but
mean,
Like,
that's
dual
basically
braids
what
are
that
alright.
is.
I'm
Alright,
down.
okay,
I'm
so
okay
are
with
we
dual
talking
braids.
about on fictional characters or real life people?
real life people.
Because
Yeah.
that's like a big assumption to like make. And also, fucking pigtails are great in porn. So
No,
no.
pigtails are
no.
great.
I can't.
I can't at all. Yeah, like
I'm glad you second that notion.
I would
can't.
not be able to at all.
Amazing.
Just no. It's just
It's
like
just-
instant boner diffusion right there.
Wait, didn't Oni Chi-Chi girl have fucking pigtails?
Yeah, but it's not good.
Yeah, but that's not
But
top
you
tier girl.
watched all of Oni Chi-Chi.
Yeah,
Don't
but
lie
like
to
you have
me.
to ignore the pigtail.
Well, you said you wouldn't be able to. Meanwhile,
Okay,
I
I
know
mean,
you've seen all
Oni-
of Oni Chi-Chi.
Oni Chi-Chi's
Do not
pretty good.
fucking lie to me, you asshole.
Oh fuck!
God
Thank
damn
you.
it.
I wouldn't
Why?
be able to,
There's other
nigga.
girls in that
Killick
show,
is
though.
fucked.
Yeah.
This is a broken
Yeah.
bitch.
Can
You
we?
go.
All right.
Oh.
Can we make it?
Oh,
Can we
it's
take it as an
designated?
Can I play?
accepted
Can I
fact
play?
that anyone
play?
who has ever watched hentai has seen Oni Chi-Chi? Like, I think it's the most mainstream hentai of all time.
Oh, we're doing this?
Like,
Yes.
I don't know
Oh,
how.
Oh, I had no idea you chose the same thing.
This
I
is
don't
why
know
I'm
how-
not
even
even
paying
I don't
attention.
know. I don't
Only-
think Hope had seen it till I showed her.
Dude,
Yeah,
Oni
valid.
Chi-Chi, Oni Chi-Chi has like
Hope has her own
overwhelmingly the
selection.
highest stats of any porn on Mal.
It's just
Like,
like
long
it's
and
just
by
well
far.
done. There's just so rare, well done hentai.
I mean, it's not that well done though.
Oh,
Like the
it's
character
pretty
designs are like okay.
Time to put
The
'cause I don't know how
plot
to
is
play
like
this game.
super like
Retarded?
well, it's
Rapey?
super like fetishy, you know.
Yeah.
It's like it's not super broadly appealing. Like I don't know. I think it's just that people really like that character design
yeah?
for some reason, and that's
It's
all
Young
it is.
Schwa. Oh, you're
Like,
both
people
Young
just
Schwa.
really think she's hot.
Oh fuck!
The power of button mashing.
I'll get you this time.
Don't forget that
Fuck.
B is
I'm
blocked.
sure my ass is grass because I'm very bad at
I
fighting.
think Jung Schwa's cuter than Talon.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
agree.
yeah.
First of all,
Look at those
she's
legs,
mean.
dude. Good
Yeah, she
lord.
literally
Already
is
seasoned,
May.
Real cute.
Have you seen that tweet
No.
of a picture
It's
of
a
May next to a
fucking
picture of
epic
her? They
viral
literally
tweet.
look exactly the same.
Amazing.
Like that character.
Dude,
is
cosplay Jung
just-
Schwa.
Yeah,
I definitely.
We all
That's
want
like
that, but it's
definitely
really hard.
obscure enough that
Yeah,
it
it
would
does
work.
look hard as shit.
It's like
Yeah.
super difficult though.
very
Which
intricate.
outfit, I guess, is the question.
Probably this one that I'm fucking wearing.
The one
right
you're
now.
wearing?
Yeah, because it
I don't
looks like
know,
something you
could do
would
that,
wear.
Because it's like tights, it's the slippers, which you
I
can
feel like I could
modify.
definitely like make something
You could, totally.
replicated.
Yeah,
of it,
but
you
look
know?
at the
Dude.
thighs on the other one.
Yeah.
No.
But the other outfit is
no.
definitely better
F-
tier.
First of all,
Yeah, yeah,
that
look at
red.
that.
God
fucking-
damn,
Okay.
yes. the
First of all,
short
that red
shorts,
outfit is nowhere near as good as the other one.
It's so good.
And second of
I
all,
like the red
that
one.
one.
The thigh, like, and the space
Okay.
I
between
need
the
the
socks.
thighs.
Well, look.
And the,
Look.
yes.
That one on the left is some shit Hope would wear, but it ain't some shit that my girl would ever wear. That on the right
And this
is
is
My
why
sharp
we're
ones-
different.
that on the right
This
is
is why
what
we're
she will
different.
actually leave the
Not
house
my
in.
twins.
Yeah.
Like you would just wear that around. Like that wouldn't even be a cosplay
Yeah.
for
Oh,
you.
you wanna
Except for maybe it
Yeah.
wouldn't have as much like jewelry on it.
Necrid. Yeah, Seth MacFarlane.
It
was drawn by Seth MacFarlane.
Are we just going
I
like
got
back
you.
and forth between the couples, or
I
is
guess
there,
so.
like,
Todd McFarlane, not Seth
Who
MacFarlane.
I was like, Seth MacFarlane's a
Todd
Family Guy.
McFarlane.
Shouldn't the winners fight
John
or something?
McFarlane. I
Who
don't
won
know.
round
Who?
one?
It doesn't matter.
I
We've
just-
got
I lost,
controllers.
So
You lost?
I got my ass
I won.
handed
Who won
to
round-
She
me.
lost the
I
hope.
won.
Who
but
won
I
between
don't
me and you,
remember.
Vic?
That Hope did. There's only been
The
two.
power
Who
of
won
button
between me
mashing
and
is
you?
strong
You
with
won.
hope.
I
You
I'm
handed
just
it to me
real
anyways.
fast.
Oh, okay.
Real
No,
fast
because the
smashing
idea was that
buttons.
it was the strongest of our couple were gonna fight.
Okay.
Then their couple they were gonna
That's right,
fight,
it's
and then
Ninja
it was a
Girls.
tournament. So like
Oh,
we're seeing
so yeah,
who's
so
the
you
most
and
powerful.
Hope. You and Hope.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
didn't know we were
what,
doing
what
a tournament.
the fuck?
here.
How did I choose Young
I
Son?
thought we were just doing loser out.
No, we're doing a tournament. You
Okay.
gotta press A, Hope. You're on the. There you go.
Got him.
I never
Oh,
liked
screen.
Hockey though. This outfit's
I'm just
better.
testing
The
it
red
out,
outfit
man.
is disgusting.
Oh yeah, the way
I
her
find
tits
it
move
completely
is like
disgusting.
pretty. It's fucking crazy.
Or she's just like the red bodysuit. You're like,
It's
oh my
crazy.
god.
that
you
outfit
gotta
is
see
cool as
it.
fuck.
Yeah, this
though.
outfit's cool.
I didn't even know she had a cool fashion outfit.
Yeah. Got the passion for fashion.
The passion for fashion, indeed.
I got the nasty in my
Let's
taxi.
just watch
beanie
Totally
with it.
Spies.
Yeah, that
You can
sounds
sit
good.
between
Let's
the
do
back
that.
seat of my dick.
Oh yeah, we're doing Digibros.
Hi, well.
Oh my
talk
god, I
about
totally
something?
forgot we
Yeah,
were doing
right.
Yeah, we were
just
just
like
hanging
playing
out.
the game.
Nice.
Got a good buzz
Fucking
going.
May's got her phone out and shit. She's like tweeting over there.
I'm not tweeting. I'm
No
not
fucks
tweeting.
given.
I'm doing my job. I have to like.
She's managing,
Your job
bro.
involves tweeting though.
It does.
Fucking managing.
We're just hanging out now.
I'm on
Holding your
vacation.
shit
I'm
down.
like a secret agent guard, like a bodyguard.
Yeah.
I
Like
can
a
doing my
bodyguard.
work while you're on vacation. You
This
know?
is so positive. I enjoy this so much more than being drunk with Brandon and Josh playing ARMS. That was a nightmare.
Oh, the live stream.
The live stream.
That was a
fucking
that was
hellscape.
you guys were like shit faced in that.
I don't
Dude, I was
remember any
annihilated.
of that.
Dude, you guys
I was
were like
way annihilated.
you guys were like drunk to the point where I was like, I don't know if they want to be filming this still. Like, I don't know if they want this to be like live streamed because
No.
this is like
I have no idea what Brandon and Josh
Bad.
were doing. I was just rolling around on the floor.
no, they weren't. They were stone sober. Like,
Yes.
you guys were way too drunk and they
We were-
couldn't handle it.
Off
Holy
our
shit.
fucking shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that was what I wanted, but
That's
it's
what
not
I
turning out the
wanted.
way I had
I
imagined.
didn't want
Or I think wait, was Josh drunk too? And was it just
No.
Brandon who was like
He was
awkwardly
supposed to
there?
be drunk, but I don't think he drank
Josh
very
had
much.
like one beer.
Yeah, that sounds like him.
Did I
Yeah.
meet Josh?
He was
Yeah.
supposed to be getting drunk.
Josh
with
was
me,
the guy
but he
who-
betrayed me by not being drunk.
Josh was the guy who
Jeez.
like was touching me. Remember? He was
There was
like
a
feeling
lot
up
of
my
touching
shoulders
you.
and shit. Well, he was like
Josh is the
making
one
a
who's
point of it.
uncomfortable at all times.
Yeah, he's the one who
uncomfortably
would
close.
stand very
Oh, I
close
was
to
like
me and stuff.
uncomfortable.
No, he makes you
He
uncomfortable.
makes you uncomfortable.
Well,
okay.
that description did not help.
He has a beard and
a
he's
beard
like
and-
Yeah, I
so
think I know who
shared.
you're talking about now with the beard.
yeah.
And a nerd shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was-
we talked to him. Like you talked
Yeah,
to
no,
him.
he was cool. He's
yeah,
cool.
he's cool.
Yeah.
Josh is a fine
I
guy. He
didn't
does
feel
get
uncomfortable around him at all. Like I felt.
well. That's because
Didn't have enough time.
He's goofy
I don't
enough
feel-
that it,
Well, he's
He
good
does-
around
okay.
women.
It
let me
disarms
put it.
you.
Let me put it this way: that only Victor is really uncomfortable with Josh because of
No,
the fact that he
he
gets
seemed-
really close when he talks
seemed
to
real
you.
enough to his, like his girlfriend. He seemed like
Oh,
all about
yeah.
that. He was so
Oh,
excited
yeah.
to like show pictures of her.
Yeah, well, because he thought she looked kind of like you, and
Yeah,
then
Similar,
all
yeah.
Well, he
excited.
said, you know, Conrad, you and I kind of look alike, and then let me show you my girlfriend, and they.
It was like
I-
a normie couple
mean,
from a parallel.
I would
They're like
say-
normie version of you guys.
That's,
Yeah.
that's exactly
Like
what,
super
Exactly
normie
right.
version.
that is the conversation we had immediately after that. That is actually the conversation that was had.
God damn it, dude! Fuck Killick, dude. He's fucking
If
gay
you're
as
hearing
shit.
this,
He's
Josh,
so fucking
follow
long
me on
range. It's
Instagram
bullshit.
_ I'm super cute.
Fuck Killick, dude. Fuck this. I'm going again. I'm gonna be a nightmare. Not this
I wanna play.
outfit.
Okay, here you go.
I want to
Oh,
beat
dope.
Killick.
That's much better.
No
I was
one's
gonna say that
beat
original
Killick.
outfit was fucking stupid.
I know the combos, so I'm like fucking you guys up real bad because we've played this recently.
Yeah, what the
and
fuck,
I figured
dude?
out how to play it.
Killick's so fucking long range. I don't know what the fuck to do right now. I'm a little fucking drunk.
Yeah, you can't get close.
Yeah, no, it definitely takes a second to remember your like what button combinations are good. 'Cause this game's all about pressing multiple buttons at once, as opposed to most.
Oh
other
yeah,
games.
that's right. The A and Y and A and X.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why I'm fucking losing.
Yeah.
I was like, there's something I'm missing here.
There's more reasons that you're losing, but that's why I'm winning.
No,
is
that's-
that I know like
That's exactly why I'm losing.
more buttons.
Oh fuck you.
Shit. Oh man. Fucking Cassandra.
Anyway, we're still recording Digibros.
Yes, we are.
Here we are.
I am here with my fam.
Yeah, I'm gonna call this Digifam
Oh
plays,
my
by the
god!
way.
It can be a Digifam.
Digifam.
Yeah. This is now Digifam. Victor, let me reshare with you a conversation that May and I were having about you. That was really
I see.
fun.
Oh god.
And I think you'll like it.
Oh no.
So we were throwing respect at you,
Whoa.
but also like respect in like a revolting way.
What?
Disgusting respect.
What?
Because
Yeah.
earlier today, you, without hesitation...
No, it wasn't today. It was yesterday. And we
Yesterday.
were at Chick-fil-A.
Yesterday we went to Chick-fil-A, where May had never gone before.
And we ordered way too much food.
We ordered a lot of food because I got each of us a chicken sandwich, and I also got chicken strips because I wanted her to try everything at Chick-fil-A because I didn't think we'd make it again. So she didn't have much. She had like a few bites left of her sandwich, and Victor just went like, "Oh, you're not gonna finish that?" Boom, and ate it.
And
No hesitation.
No
Went
hesitation.
ham.
No hesitation.
No. Well, the funny thing is, because she was talking about how amazing
I
it
would
is that
change
you were
the costume.
comfortable eating after her.
Yeah.
Even though you've really only met like for maybe a few hours total.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you don't like you just had
talking
already
about?
accepted like, oh, this girl is my sister now. So it's
Yeah.
okay for me to finish her sandwich. Like that was the level of comfort you were at.
That is true. I probably wouldn't have just eaten just any random person's
right.
leftover
If it was just
sandwich.
some like,
Like the
Did
fact-
anyone's sandwich?
Like,
if this was like a film set and some girl on the film had like not finished
Oh,
her sandwich,
definitely
you
not.
wouldn't be like, oh, let me
I'm good at
finish
cleaning
that.
out leftovers, but not leftovers that other people have already bitten.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. But like because it was like,
Oh
oh,
my
this
God.
is my brother's
I know some
fiance,
fucked
so
up shit. I am as tall as Ivy is.
But you were revolted that I ate the sandwich.
well, she was just
No,
thinking,
I was
Revolted
just
and
like,
impressed.
I see.
it was like kind of weird for me. Like, for something to be weird to me, it was like, oh shit, this is against like social norms. Like that I
Nice.
subscribe to. Like,
yeah.
like that. There's not a
Very
lot
good.
of those. You
Wow,
know?
that's
Right.
that's where it is. Huh?
But like,
But yeah.
I was completely
was-
down to eat that sandwich.
I thought that was a cool like,
Victor
thing
doesn't
that I
lose
noticed
food.
about you. Like, that's
Well,
Yeah.
I'm happy that was
Get out.
cool.
well, what we were discussing is that like you and I kind of like trained ourselves to be that way, and I
Uh-huh.
think it's why we don't get sick much. It's because I think we have more immunities than most people.
Get
Because
Maybe, I
expose
feel like
yourself to a lot of shit.
Annihilated
man.
all the time. I'm just constantly
well,
in pain.
that's true. You do get sick. I don't though.
I wouldn't say it's sick, but I'm constantly like just fucked up.
Well, you remember that like when we were little, nobody we knew would like eat after other people or like drink
Yeah.
after other people. Like
'cause
they were
they're
very
weak.
particular. Nobody would like want to have someone else's germs. But like shit would get thrown away all the time.
Yes.
And then at some point,
I've become very much attuned to like I will eat the fucking whatever
Yeah.
is there at all
and
times.
I think we got that from like Boyd and then
That's
Don
true,
San.
yeah.
Where like Boyd was like a guy who would eat like everything on the fucking
He can't
table.
stand to see food thrown
And that's
away,
just
so
because
he will
he's
eat it no matter
yeah,
what.
and that's just because
Yeah.
he's like a big dude who can eat like everything on the table, and like
Yeah.
no one questions it when he does it because they just think, well, he's fat, you know. He's
And
not
I've gotten,
anymore. He's
I've
like
gotten
fucking
really used
skinny
to
now.
eating Hope's leftovers without any
Yeah.
hesitation.
Yeah.
Because he'll be like, "Here you go," and I'll be like, "Ugh."
Like
So,
Boyd
I'm used
now
to
would
it.
definitely not eat anybody's leftovers because he wouldn't want the calories. Like
True.
Yeah.
he's like lost weight now. But like we learned from people like him, like, oh yeah, just finish all the food so you can get full. And I was telling her, I was like, from Victor's perspective, all that was free chicken.
Yeah.
Free food.
Like Victor just saw it as
Absolutely.
like Victor saw it as, oh, I get to eat more than I thought I was gonna get to
Because I wasn't
without having
full
to pay
after the
for
fucking
more.
4 strips,
You know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, so we were talking about how like that's kind of an admirable skill we've developed, and how, I think at least in my case, I feel like I've developed a lot of immunities because of that. Like
It's
I
not a
don't
bad thing,
get
man.
sick much. And
Yeah.
like I've built up all these minor like immunities from other people's germs from eating their fucking sandwiches after
That's
them
just
and,
Jeremy. Don't like him.
and licking shit off their shoes.
Jeremy spoken.
What is this Jeremy? you
It's a
mean?
motorcycle.
Motorcycle.
Oh, that
Do you hear the
guy.
motorcycle?
it's
That's
just
Jeremy.
By the way,
Jeremy.
is that window still open?
Nah, it's closed.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Just
got
making
it.
sure Jeremy
Yeah,
can't
it's
hear
warm.
you.
It feels good.
Yeah, is that hurting me or you? I don't know what the fuck's
I don't
happening.
know.
It's hurting everyone.
It's hurting everybody. Autism.
Yes, it's Zergshua's autism.
Oh god.
Nice.
Dude, fuck yeah. Fuck
Nice.
Philip. Beat his ass. beat is fucking bullshit. Both staff has.
His beat bullshit.
I can't believe you guys both think that outfit is better than the other one.
It's great.
Dude,
That's a
like that
fantastic
outfit.
outfit.
Short shorts,
Yeah.
thighs.
It's got thigh-high
Like, what are you
sides.
talking
It's
about?
It's
great.
not iconic. The other one is an iconic character design. Like, if
No.
I showed up to a con and that, people can be like, what the fuck is that?
Oh,
You
yeah.
show up
Yeah,
in
people would
Shangwa
think it's
player
hot, dude.
one outfit, they'll be like, that's fucking Shangwa. That's
Yeah.
some good ass character design. That's just like bonus shit they threw in because it was like.
I
this
mean,
is
the
sorta
fucking.
good.
It's
I thought that
cute.
the whole core of
I love the
Zhanghua's-
character design. Like, look at the color
it's-
scheme.
Well, I mean, to me, it's the specific that those pants that they
Okay,
go just
the
past
pants
the
are
knees, but you
super
never
cool.
see.
Don't really
the
like the
design
pants.
is like super like detailed.
Yeah,
Everything is well
great
thought
color
out.
combination.
Awesome jewelry. It's super creative. It matches her sword. Like, there's nothing.
She's got the her shoes
Oh my
have like the
God.
little ties on the top as
I'm-
well.
They do on the red costume
I'm
too.
such
I
a
think.
fucking elitist. I'm sorry.
I think we need to start our
Oh my
fashion
God.
analysis anime
We need to do
anime
that.
character design.
No, just
But, like-
character design in general.
Where are the
We should just
thighs?
narrow it to fucking anime.
Wait, what do you mean? Where? Are the
Left
thighs?
Yeah, it just ain't as good.
Look
Look at that.
It's just,
Thighs.
All right, well that's Talon. That's not even the other.
Not
costume.
enough.
Definitely.
Not enough thigh. Like a good amount of
I
thigh.
mean, her thighs are like, you know.
Thighs. Boom.
I don't know.
Better. Immediately better.
I don't
Look at
know.
that. Thigh gap. Awesome.
Her hair is shitty.
Look
in
at that.
this
No
one,
thigh
too.
gap.
that's-
Gross.
that's a bodysuit,
God,
though.
disgusting.
unfortunate.
Yes. Thigh gap. Awesome.
That's not thigh gap though.
I was looking.
That's
Let's analyze Jung
absolute
Schwa real quick.
territory.
All right. Thigh gap. Oh, nice. Fucking choice. No thighs at all. Gone.
What do you mean?
What?
Thigh
Not
gap?
attractive
It's not the
anymore.
thigh gap. Victor.
Okay,
It's
okay,
actually
What is
first
this
of all-
thigh gap
First
you're
of all,
talking
the
about?
fucking camel
You-
toe.
I mean,
is
no.
top
I
tier.
said the wrong word for thigh
Yeah,
gap. God,
thigh gap
Ivy
is
is
Look at that
disgusting
camel
no matter
toe.
what.
That's top tier.
Ivy is
The
grotesque.
the fucking camel toe on the screen is great. Like, fuck skirts, fuck anything that doesn't give you camel toe.
What?
You got Valdo. Look at
Skirts
him.
are top
Look at him.
tier.
Thighs.
Not in this game.
Yeah.
The fucking panty shots are great in this game. Shunghua.
I'll be this guy. He's long range. Look at him. He looks like Knights.
the
He's
only
incredible.
outfit.
Just
Cassandra,
like
Cassandra
nice.
has a.
Cassandra,
Boom. Thighs. God damn.
That
well,
outfit's so
less
much
thighs,
better.
but it's good.
What are you
though.
talking
But it's
about?
good. Yeah, that
This
one's
outfit's
good.
way better than
It's
the
a
other
skirt
one.
though. Skirts are great.
No, you can fucking see your panties though, and that's top tier shit.
Top
You
tier.
gotta wear a skirt to see the panties though. That's the
Skirts can
thing.
counteract
Yeah, but-
the lack of thigh.
But it's not the fact that it's the skirt; it's the fact that you can see.
Astaroth,
The
that
tight-
Trion's
tight
in
material.
those.
Fuck, man. All right.
So-
We're still doing Digibros.
So have you guys been watching the Teen Titans Network at all?
The Teen Titans
show?
We've
Network.
watched fucking Saber Sparks
Nice.
bitching about Teen Titans Go, and it's incredible.
Oh wait. Oh, good. There's an anti-market.
yeah,
Yes!
no, it's
Oh.
awesome because I love Teen Titans Go. I think it's the greatest thing ever
Yes.
made.
Yes.
It's
Oh
keep
my
finding
God.
these Saber
It's
Sparks
unbelievably
videos where just
entertaining.
bitches about it constantly.
You guys are important allies.
Teen
because
Titans Go is top tier shit. I
Dude,
swear to
it's
God,
Teen
it's
Titans
amazing.
Go
fun.
is one of the funniest shows ever made.
It's fucking genius.
and
It's great.
we the other day we got really baked and watched a few episodes while we were drawing because Mom got us high, and we were like, this show has so many like weird hidden messages and like
It's like if Family
deeper
Guy were
shit in
good,
it.
you know? Like the amount of random it is while still being good as shit is
yeah,
like incredible.
It doesn't.
Yeah. And so we were talking about how
Got
like
'em.
I don't
we
even know
need
what I
to
did
get in
there.
on like
That was
the
great.
industry of like Teen Titans analysis and like proving
Proving
that
if you
Teen
could prove that
Titans
show
Go
was
is great.
good, that would be a fucking service to everyone in the world who's afraid to
Right?
say it's
yeah,
good.
who doesn't want to
No,
say it's good? 'Cause
definitely.
They think
Like,
it's
I
a
feel like that
disservice.
is-
That should be your
to
first
the
analysis
original
is Teen
show.
Well, that
Titans
should be a
Go.
project we jump on like as soon as that idea is hot. Like,
Yeah, well, I think because the only person I've ever heard expressing that is Jesse. Because Jesse obviously knows what's good about it, but he hasn't really like
Oh
made
my
an
God.
in-depth thing about it.
Oh,
So like,
no.
I think we could even get him on board.
Yeah.
With it. Like, we
Shit.
could definitely
It's such
involve
a
him.
it's a spit in the face of like our generation's bullshit like gritty cartoon, you know? That's what everyone remembers.
Yeah.
That's what people
No, that's
herald
why I like
as
it
the
so
best
much.
cartoons are these fucking gritty
It is
fucking
the anti-Young
Batman
Justice.
and anti-Young Justice.
It is the anti.
Like that's what our generation of cartoon viewer latches onto is the Young Justice. Like, oh, I
Yeah.
want compelling dramas, and it's like Teen Titans Go is like, fuck all of that. Here's
Yeah.
Teen Titans, but guess
Yeah.
what? They're idiots. Fuck you.
It's-
and we're
dude,
gonna play it
is-
constantly.
Dude, it is the most.
It's incredible.
It is-
Look at Robin's abs.
Victor,
Yes.
That is a It is a punk
Oh my
cartoon,
God.
Vic.
It is.
It's
You're
it's
right.
like the Sex Pistols of cartoons. Like
it's modern day
Oh
punk.
my God.
you know, the Sex Pistols album is called "Never Mind the Bollocks, Here's the Sex Pistols."
Nice.
And the way you described Teen Titans, I was just like, yeah, never mind the
You know-
bollocks, here's the Teen Titans.
Maybe it's that people don't
True.
understand modern day punk because hip hop.
No.
Like, trap music is modern day punk too. Like,
Oh,
Gucci
were
Gang,
you
Gucci
try-
Gang,
did I
Gucci Gang,
take the
Gucci Gang
controller
is
from you?
modern punk.
Did you want to go?
No, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Fine.
Right.
Connor, you agree, right?
That rap is punk?
Yes.
I
well,
mean, that's
that
Fantano's argument.
yeah. I agree with Fantano on like the way rap has gone feels like punk, where it's just like fuck you to everything that makes any sense at all, you know. And people don't get it, and people will backlash to it because
That's what
that's
anti-culture
the, yeah
is.
the
It's
spirit
just
of
yeah,
punk
counterculture,
anti-culture.
let's-
So it's like Teen Titans Go is almost like
cartoon
fuck you to like what
counterculture.
you guys think is a great cartoon. This is chaos. Like, let's embrace
beautiful
what it is
chaos.
to be modern and memey and stuff, and like just nail it. But it's so good, you know, because like Johnny Test is like a bad version of that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And like you know when
Fucking
it's
Johnny
bad.
Test.
You've seen Johnny Test.
By the way, you were
God.
talking about that because you guys were saying that that Cartoon Network is all Teen Titans Go and Johnny Test. But
Yes.
you didn't seem to know where it came from. It was originally a Nickelodeon show
I
or like a
heard that.
Disney show.
No,
Yeah, I
that
wonder
was
where
on, it
Johnny
was
Test came
like
from.
Or on
fucking
WB?
It was definitely
Yeah.
on WB
Oh.
because
It
I
was a
watched that
WB
shit.
cartoon.
Because Gumball was Nick.
Right.
Yeah, Gumball was
And like when Johnny Test came to Cartoon Network, it already had like 4 seasons. That's why they ran so fucking much.
Oh
of
my
it.
god.
So like
yeah,
and then they like renewed it on Cartoon Network later.
because it was
Fucking
doing great, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
'Cause they play it
Great,
fucking
fantastic.
constantly.
But like that's why it's so different from most Cartoon Network shows. 'Cause it's not from there.
Oh my god, I can't believe fucking Disney bought Fox.
That's intense.
That like
Disney
got me
owns
real
everyone.
scared, like about just where the direction art's gonna come from.
There's not gonna be any 4Kids animation
Okay,
Fox block
I'm like
anymore.
I subscribe to the idea of like Disney as like a religion, or like the values that Disney teaches is like it
Religious
makes
It's an ideology.
yeah a little bit like
It's, yeah.
a
May
lot
is
of people
amazing at
show
sidestepping.
fucking Disney to their kids, and like that's like the reasoning and logic and like values
That's
that
'cause
they're
she
gonna
yeah,
carry.
Hasn't played
Yeah.
1,000 2D fighting games in between the last time she played Soul a 3D one.
Me?
Yeah.
I've never been good
He
at
was saying you're good at
Soul Calibur.
sidestepping, and I'm like, that's because she's used to playing like 3D fighting games. Because your favorite fighting game is Soul Calibur, whereas we play mostly 2D games and never think about
Yeah.
the third dimension.
It's pretty amazing.
It's a great.
Maybe
game.
that's how you break
I'm
kill it.
sorry for
Okay.
badly explaining Disney logic.
No,
No,
I was
I
doing
totally
great,
get what
yeah.
you're saying.
Everything Disney makes is operates under the framework of Disney logic.
It promotes a moral code that very much is Disney.
And it's just kind of scary that like everything's gonna come from them. Like everything's gonna have a Disney tint on it.
It is
Right.
kind of gross. I agree.
As somebody who is not a fan of like
That
Disney
universe
logic,
that they,
you know?
want you to have.
as somebody who like has
Right.
never like related to that, fuck Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially.
It's definitely weird because like I think about how for me as a kid, like Disney was always around, but we were never into it.
Yeah,
Like-
we've never
like,
been big Disney.
My
people.
mom bought every Disney movie on VHS, and she showed them to us. Like she showed us all of them, and there was only like a couple that I liked at all.
Yeah.
Like 101 Dalmatians, which isn't even popular, and like
They had dogs.
and like Winnie the Pooh, and that was like it. And like I think it's just because like there's a certain storytelling aesthetic to those movies that I never liked, and I still don't. Like I hate the vast majority of Disney movies, but like to hate Disney movies is now going to mean to hate like the vast majority of pop culture. You
Yeah.
know, like to hate Disney
Fuck,
movies
dude.
now will
God.
mean to hate Marvel movies and to hate like. What everyone's also trying to copy,
Yeah.
to hate DreamWorks movies because they're all just Disney
and all
movies.
like the high budget
you know.
productions are gonna like overtake everything else. Like everything's gonna
Yeah.
have a Disney budget behind it.
Kind of a nightmare. Maybe they'll kill Fox News though.
They didn't
They
buy
didn't
Fox
buy
News.
Fox News.
They
They
left
left
Fox News
Wow.
to Rupert
God
Murdoch.
damn.
That's a trip.
Which is good because if they bought Fox News, I'd be even more concerned in the same vein.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then there'd be no
I-
contrast to
the-
liberals.
It's really scary because I
Contrast
like I went to broadcasting
Yeah.
school, so I know all about like what fucking companies own shit.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like real woke to that, and it's real scary how fast the consolidation is moving.
Yeah.
You guys should watch The Newsroom, man.
Newsroom's so good.
It's a masterpiece.
Oh, I do like Newsroom.
It's basically Parks and Rec, but faster
But
and
like
more dramatic.
serious for adults.
Yes, it's like the serious version of Parks and Rec. It has a lot of actor crossover.
Well, considering that we already
Definitely
established that
writer
May does
crossover.
not like Parks and
Yeah,
Rec.
but it's not
But
Parks and Rec.
like,
It's
it's
totally
about
different.
news and having
It's about the
integrity and
news.
reporting
I mean,
the story.
why not? Why, like, it's funny that
If
you
you're
would
into
compare it-
journalism, then you'll like
Okay,
The Newsroom.
it's really weird that you would compare it to Parks and Rec when
it
it's
is.
just written by Aaron Sorkin and you can compare it to all of his work. And if she knew any of that, it would be the best sell. Like, oh, it's the guy who wrote The Social Network, so it feels like The Social Network.
But
like,
it doesn't. It feels
way-
like Parks and Rec. Like it.
Yeah.
But it also does feel like the dialogue is like obviously the same writer.
the
as
dialogue
It
is
is.
the
Network.
same. But then it
Or
also
Fight Club.
Like if you put a brighter color palette on it and like different music, it's just Parks and Rec.
Yeah, but the way you understand what Parks and Rec is, I
Yeah.
think, is different from the way that May does.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have the same perception of that show as someone
I
who
would say
just thinks it's like...
there's a
not
line
that
between
funny.
like The Office and Newsroom, and Parks and Rec is in the middle.
Uh-huh.
Newsroom is
Yeah.
its own thing.
That's correct.
Okay. But
It's just,
more
like,
importantly,
in
it's
a
an Aaron
weird-
Sorkin piece.
It's like a weird tangential, like, sort of humor from what I like. It's
What,
like,
Parks and Rec?
yeah, it's kind of like in the vein of things I like, but not really what I like.
That's how I
so
feel
I don't
about
really
it.
like it.
That's
It's
what
like,
I mean. I more or less like it because I've seen like the narrative and everything, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But the show has never made me want to watch it on my own.
No, it's like if it's
Like-
on in the background, like it can be okay.
Yeah.
It's not a shitty show, and I get why people
Yeah.
like it. But it's like, you know, I'm not gonna take time out of my day to watch
I mean,
it.
I've always enjoyed watching it with Victor in his room, but I have never once gone and watched more of it afterwards. The only live action comedies that I've done that with are like Community in Atlanta.
Yeah, you liked Atlanta.
Atlanta's
right?
great.
You gotta
Atlanta's
watch
like my
fucking
favorite
Man Seeking
show
Woman,
ever.
man.
Atlanta's
God
so.
damn
Oh,
it.
Man Seeking Woman's great too, but Atlanta
Refuse
was
to
great.
watch it.
Atlanta is just like
It's a work of art.
the best.
Atlanta's pretty
It's
good.
fantastic.
And now that I've fucking
There needs to be more of it for me to like
Well,
rank
there-
it higher than other things.
Yeah.
okay, so
Because there's just not enough.
I
Like
have-
there's not enough in that first season.
I have to
for me.
address
I
this
like
on
that.
recording.
I like that when there's not enough of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
true.
I miss when there wasn't enough Rick and Morty. I
Yeah,
have way
Yeah,
too much Rick
that's,
and
that's a
Morty.
valid point.
Rick and Morty is tragic.
But
Here, fight Conrad.
Here, fight Conrad.
Beat him.
but anyways,
Oh, Man Seeking Woman.
I have
That's a
to-
show no one but us likes.
No one else fucking seen it, man. No one's seen Man Seeking Woman.
that's the one with the guy from
This is the guy
This Is
from
the
How to
End,
Train
right?
Your Dragon.
Yes.
Yo, who's that guy from Boardwalk Empire though? That we fucking
Yeah,
around
we
the
need to know
room
who
with?
that was.
You at least need to watch Man Seeking Woman and tell me it's not good enough or something. Like just to have it. Like there's no one to
it's got
talk
Eric
about
Andre
it
in
with.
Yeah, I do
No
know it
one's
has Eric
seen it.
Andre. That's a good selling point.
It has
'cause we
Eric
got
Andre.
way into
He's a great
Eric
character.
It's
Andre.
completely absurd.
It's so beautiful.
It's just
I love
quality,
it.
man.
God,
That's the
We
best
should
sell.
rewatch
Oh,
Man Seeking
fuck.
Woman.
We should.
Anyways, I gotta talk about this on a recording. That
Go
like,
for it.
so Donald Glover. All right, Donald Glover is important,
Yeah.
and he's great.
I agree.
Now, I love Donald Glover in Community. I love his stand-up special. But I was never into Childish Gambino at all. I thought he was like an okay rapper, but like his beats were never that interesting. And it doesn't help that the only person I knew who was like a super hardcore advocate for Childish Gambino was fucking Derek.
Yeah,
And
which
all
kind of
Derek,
ruined it.
well, all Derek cared about was that he could blast a sub in his fucking car. Like, he literally just thought that the sub bass was so cool in his music. He didn't care about, like, the content of the message or anything, or, like, the fact that it came with a fucking screenplay and shit. Like, the album came with a 60-page screenplay.
God.
Yeah, because the internet came with the screenplay. So he's been doing, like, high art shit with music, but I just haven't been, like, interested because fucking Derek and, like, even though I love him and everything else, I just wasn't vibing with the raps I was hearing, right? So then Awaken My Love came out. And everyone was hyping it as like this soul R&B album.
Yeah.
And like the single was fucking what's it called?
Redbone.
Redbone. And like
Oh shit! I forgot we were fighting.
and like Redbone, I kind of liked, but I thought the whole album would be like that.
And it isn't.
And I was like, oh, I don't really know if I'm gonna be into like a slow soul album where I only kind of like it. And I think I tried to listen to it, didn't really get it or something. Whatever. Point being, I never listened to Awaken My Love. But over the course of 2017, because that album came out at the end of 2016, over the course of 2017, Redbone became like the biggest fucking song in the world. And it started playing on the radio all the time, and it was by far the best song that was on the radio. We would put it on randomly while we're just like going around the house. Like, we would put that song on all the fucking time, because it's great. But I still had never tried out the rest of the album yet. And I was starting to feel like maybe I should. But then, we're in the car with Boyd the other day, and me and May are stoned in the back seat coming back from like a bagel place or whatever that we all met at. And Boyd's trying to talk about, like, I was asking what kind of music he was listening to, and he had said he was mostly listening to anime songs, right? Yeah. So I put on an anime OP from a few years ago.
God,
Boyd
motherfucker,
clearly
dude.
does not feel like listening to anime music. Like,
Yes.
I think he was like uncomfortable that I had played that song, because he's like, I don't think all the present company is gonna be into anime songs, because Amber was also there.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah. So I think Boyd was like, all right, let me put on some like normal shit I've been listening to.
How weird was it going to lunch with just Amber and not Shade?
Well, Amber and Boyd.
Yeah.
But I definitely had that feeling of like, oh, I guess she's like, I think she's been in enough contact with mom and dad that they consider her like a person they know well now.
I see.
Like, because they all live together, and like
Yeah.
they've encountered her more.
It doesn't seem like they ever talk to each other though.
No, they've like done things. I mean, they
see.
might not like in depth talk about their lives or anything like that.
Yeah.
But like,
But they include her.
it's not
with
like it was
Shade,
before,
you know?
where her and Shade just like evaporated into their own world, and none of us
Yeah.
really knew what was going on.
I don't know. From what Mom says, Shade is never around. Like, him and Amber
He's
just go
always
up there
working, isn't
and,
he?
like, they don't see them. Yeah, because Shade's always working, and Amber just, like, fucks off into her room.
I just mean to say that they've seen enough of her. It seems at this point that like taking her without Shade is like a viable thing,
Yeah.
as opposed to being weird. You know?
I mean, everything was weird for me, so her like being there wasn't weird.
like May, do you think that anyone in your family would like invite me along if you weren't there? Like, do you think I'm at that level to them yet?
Well, you don't live in our family's house.
Right, but I'm saying, like, if for some reason
No,
I was
not
at your
unless
house...
like my brother and my dad like really wanted like mail companies.
Yeah, and I couldn't see them choosing me.
And I mean, they don't do
immediately.
that with Jason. Like, I consider like
Yeah,
fucking Nito King.
yeah. Whose name you just said.
Who cares?
Yeah, no.
Ah, you perfect me, you fucking bitch!
Did I really?
God
Yeah.
damn it!
While like having a casual conversation on the side.
Damn.
Oh baby, I am good at this game.
You were fucking... Killing is
way
broken.
good.
I'm not giving it to
Yeah.
you. I'm giving it to Killing.
No, I just know the
Killing is a
combos.
fucking nightmare.
Look, see, you're doing good. Because I didn't do
You're
anything
so
to like
fucking
prevent you. I was
But,
just
like,
trying to do
once
my
you
best.
start being able to hit, you're too fast, and I can't even get in.
You just gotta fucking block and sidestep.
God, alright, fuck you, you lost. I did
Yeah,
it.
there
I
you
finally
go.
beat you
Fuck
after
you,
like
you
10
lost.
fucking matches. Anyways, sorry. Go on.
Yeah, well, she was saying they don't really do that for Nidorino. They don't like
Yeah.
invite
I
him
mean,
around.
he's like he.
But that's because they don't really
included.
feel like they know him.
But yeah,
right?
because he just goes back into his office. Like
Right.
when he was streaming constantly, he would just like go into his office all the time. Like he would never have contact with us. It'd always be through
Right.
my sister.
Well, that's kind of how it felt like with like Amber was like living
Yeah,
with
no,
us, but
I
nobody
kind of,
really saw
I kind
her
of
for
feel
a
like it
while.
was similar, like
Right.
a similar sentiment, a similar
But-
like kind of role.
But I think they've gotten to a point now where they have seen her enough that they're like, okay, we get who Amber is.
I mean, they're engaged now, so it's like
Yeah,
you kind of
can't
have
really
to
write
like
her off
her.
at this point.
yeah, but like, but yeah. So we were there with Amber and Boyd, my cousin Boyd. For anybody who doesn't know who's listening.
Hi,
We're like just
Boyd.
talking about. We're just saying people's names and stuff. You know? Like,
Fuck it, yeah.
yeah, no, we didn't even give
Okay.
anybody nicknames or anything.
But me and Hope never give people nicknames. I just, you know,
Use their real names.
I just hope that no one
Nidorino
ever
is
watches our
great,
stuff.
But I don't say Nidorino to cover up his identity. you
No,
know?
well, yeah. I just think it's. I just don't want them to be like referred to by name and associated with these stories that are from our perspective. You know,
I don't-
like I want what we describe to be taken as characters and not as indicative of
Well,
the
yeah.
actual people.
I mean,
you know,
I feel like you kind of have to like make that assumption when you like listen to us talk
right?
about
Yeah.
people.
But because we go in deep on people, like we analyze people, we
Yeah.
like break them down. You know. So like
break them down to the bone of their soul.
But anyways,
oh wow, I give up.
The bone
so
of my
we
soul.
were baked in the back of this car, and Boyd is like, let me show you what else I've been listening to, and he puts on fucking Awaken My Love, and it turns out that album is like prog funk. Like it's like what I wish that like if Red Hot Chili Peppers or like the Mars Volta were still making like relevant music, this is the evolutionary chain I would have liked them to go on, you know? Or like a band that did like funk but with like an experimental edge, you know? But like it's Donald Glover doing it. And he makes it like, because he is like a black guy and he's clearly influenced by, has listened to like a lot of black music, it doesn't feel like white guy prog music. That's why the music publications are all like regarding it as like this return to like funk and soul, you know?
Yeah.
And like there is a lot, like it obviously is good at that, like especially, but like also the way it's formatted is like, if you're someone like me who's been into like modern prog albums or like wishes the Red Hot Chili Peppers still sounded good or something, like you're getting like a cooler, blacker version of what those guys would have been making.
Yeah. I mean, prog and Red Hot Chili Peppers are both influenced by funk.
Right. No, yeah, big time. But like he's drawing from like the influences that those are influenced by.
Yeah.
But he's coming to like similar conclusions about it. Like he, rather than turning it into like a much more white thing like what those genres do, like he keeps it in the realm of like, you know, I sound like the fuck like a caricature in Atlanta right now at talking about this. I sound like the guy at the fucking party, the fucking white guy who's obsessed with black culture.
Oh no. God.
But like that's how it kind of sounded to me. I was like, oh, this is like a black guy made like a fucking modern prog album, and like most people are not identifying it for its like prog and experimental elements. They're identifying it more for the soul revival, which is probably what he would want, you know? Like that would be the right way to interpret the album. But for someone like me who like comes from a background of prog music and shit, like the reasons I'm excited about it are like because it reminds me of that shit, you know? As opposed to, like, I don't know the stuff he's actually influenced by. I just know the other stuff that was also influenced by that shit and took it in a similar direction, you know? But, yeah, it is a fucking killer album. And Redbone is definitely the slow song on the album. Like, compared to what we heard anyways. Like, all the other stuff was a lot more jamming. And, like, some of it was, like, outright, like, hard rock. I was like, whoa.
Oh my god,
this
what the fuck
This shit
was
has, like, heavy guitars
Hit
in
me
it.
in the nuts and you killed me.
Yeah.
I just died by nut obliteration.
Fuck you, Raphael.
Shit. Ugh,
You're playing so hard.
Raphael!
I'm too high to play as hard as you were playing.
Raphael!
Who wants to go? I don't...
I'll play.
You go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta go to the bathroom. It's my turn.
Go pee! I go pee too.
I just spent like 20 minutes explaining.
Yeah, I don't
that we
even know what the
listened
fuck
to
life is
fucking-
anymore after that.
Literally, that
I
was 20
I
minutes
like-
just to say that we listened to Awaken My
We need to-
Love and it was
you were
good.
talking about the
Yes.
chilies, and I'm like, we need to fucking appreciate them more.
Who, the Chili Peppers?
Yeah.
Fuck
I
yeah.
think they're... Okay, here's why the Chili Peppers are underrated. Pop culturally. Like... One,
That was like the thing that all the stoners listened to in college. Like, if you
Yeah.
like knew any Chili Pepper songs, like,
yeah.
you like know what's good.
This is I was telling this to Hope earlier, but like if you think about to what was on the radio in the 90s,
Yeah.
and then you think about like Red Hot Chili Peppers' One Hot Minute or like any of those fucking albums, Blood Sugar Sex Magic, you think about it in that time frame, like now as an adult, and what was on the radio, like as opposed to that.
Yeah.
That's some fucking amazing shit that was on the
for
radio.
sure.
Like that must have come on and blown people's fucking minds
Dude, I-
It did
compared to
blow
what was
people's
on.
minds.
Look,
Like
I
it's
think-
insane.
That's why people still listen to them.
It's funny
Yeah.
you say
They're
that
good.
though, because I think that like the early 90s was just kind of mind blowing.
Yeah.
Like I think early 90s radio
It is.
rock
Like I couldn't
music was
appreciate that
great,
as a
you know?
kid because like that was what was normal to me. But now that I'm adult and I look at what was before that, it's like, oh my god, like this stuff, like even like stuff like Nirvana was so fucking different from what came before that. It's like, holy shit, no wonder this like changed everything.
Yeah, I think that's what makes it so great.
Fuck,
like,
dude.
But with the Red Hot Chili Peppers, they get a lot of disrespect because of the fact that their sound is like ripped off from like black music and stuff. You know, like they're seen. Some critics see them as like appropriating better music.
That's so retarded, though. You know,
but like I think they put such a unique pop spin on it,
and like maybe their early stuff was just funk stuff, but then like they completely blow that out of the water with their later stuff. I mean,
and everyone respects the guitarist because he's like incredibly good, but then also everybody respects Flea because he's incredibly good, and like Anthony Kiedis is clearly like a cool guy and nobody hates him. So I don't really understand why people hate the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Do they hate the Red Hot Chili Peppers? Who hates the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
They're not well regarded in like critical circles.
It's fucking weird.
Well, like I think
maybe it's because they've changed so much over time.
For one thing, it's that
and
all their new albums suck shit.
It's amazing how long they've been active for. Like active for
and like how
40 years.
How dramatically they changed over time, like with integrity.
They're fucking old
from
guys.
The late 80s. They're not that old.
I mean, from the late 80s, like that's like 30 years.
Yeah.
I did say 40 years.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You had it a whole decade.
long time, like middle-aged.
Yeah.
Like you could live a middle-aged life.
Yeah,
when
well,
they started.
I think the problems are first, like I think guys like let's say Anthony Fantano, right? Fantano does not prejudice bands for like their appropriation or whatever. He just cares that they make good music. Now, he would probably agree that the Chili Peppers have made, like, great albums and especially amazing singles. However, they have not done so in the time since he started making album reviews.
Yeah.
So, like, someone like him is going to have a generally negative opinion on the Chili Peppers, even though they probably like a lot of their old shit. But they're also not going to revisit them because he only cares about new music. So he's not going to go back and listen to the old Chili Peppers albums because he's currently disappointed in them and doesn't really want to be reminded of that they used to be good, you know?
Yeah.
And then, like, the people who like, care about, like, the appropriation and stuff, they don't care if the music's good. They just care about the fact that it's copying black musicians who never got the recognition that the Chili Peppers got. And then you've got, like, the average Joe fan who just, like, you know, like, maybe just doesn't remember, hasn't, like, re-listened to their old catalog enough, you know? Like, you mainly remember a few songs, you know? But, like, I think they've legit put out a lot of really great songs.
Yes.
Like, an incredible amount of really great songs. And some of them are, like, mind-blowing to listen to. When you're like, shit, man, this is a good-ass song. And they're super influential. I mean, I listen to fucking Maximum the Hormone. That's one of my favorite bands. And, like, they would not even remotely exist without the Red Hot Chili Peppers, you know?
Being destroyed.
I have become absorbed in the cuddle.
And that happens sometimes.
Life is gone.
Pepper.
I don't know how I got trapped into, like, talking about the Chili Peppers for a while.
Me either. Like, what were we talking about before music?
Well, May was saying something about that we needed to respect the Chili Peppers. I don't know if you had more to go on with that, or if I just co-opted
No,
that.
you just got, like, exploded into Donald Glover.
Yeah.
You just, like, started talking about shit, and it's cool.
It's whatever.
Look at her titties.
Titties! I really liked Talon as a kid. She was my
She's
favorite.
a Filipino.
Is she Filipino?
Yeah.
No, I don't like her anymore.
She's what? Oh, Filipino girls are super fucking hot. There's a girl in my high school who's Filipino.
For real?
You get all the
fucking
lumpia you
gorgeous.
want.
Dude, I have shot so many Filipino weddings, and they are like just
You ain't never seen
per
this
capita
fucking
like the least
girl.
attractive people in
You
the fucking world. Like, I'm sorry.
Richter is dropping straight
I'm
racist.
not racist.
I am being racist as shit. I have seen I've filmed so many fucking Filipino weddings.
You're gonna film our wedding,
Nightmare.
right?
Jesus
I feel like every middle-aged Filipino
Victor,
woman is the same
Victor.
person.
Yeah, Victor would
Victor.
do a fucking bomb job filming your all's wedding.
Yeah,
Dude,
Victor's
fuck
gonna
it.
film. Should we get Mom to do the
I'll be
photography
bored if I'm not
too?
filming.
Mommy, your mom
She's gonna
needs to
do
take
my wedding
pictures
for sure.
of the
Yeah.
ring that I fucking have.
Hashtag
Fucking
See,
yeah.
I'd love to do your wedding, Connor, because I think we can make something different. Like, I don't want to do the same shit I do for every other wedding. I want to do something, like, unique, you know?
Look
I
at
want it
me,
to be an
full
experience.
creative rights.
That's what I want to do with
I'm
my...
not a
I just want to
bridezilla.
vlog my
you need
wedding
to- you
and,
need
like,
to
shoot
take-
it all myself.
You need to take like here, play this game. You need to take, like, fucking serious, like, shit tons of footage of our wedding and then make music videos out of it.
Oh, that would be fucking incredible.
Like,
All right, so I'm gonna go fucking ham on your wedding. I'm gonna do all of the shit that I'm not allowed to do normally because I don't know the people.
Full stop.
We're gonna go fucking nuts.
You just got the fucking Darkrai Inferno Omega.
Yes,
I'm
gonna use the fucking. I will never use the Mega Darkrai Inferno for another fucking wedding because it's too fucking good for them. And I will shoot the fuck out of your wedding with my shit. I don't even use my camera on all the fucking weddings because I'd have to be paid more. Just bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh man.
God.
Are we gonna live stream our fucking wedding?
No.
Yes.
Okay,
No,
so
no. No.
What if
We got a
if somebody
Facebook
was like,
Live
I'll
for all the
pay
people who can't make it.
$300 to fucking like see
No.
a wedding live stream?
No.
Jesus.
No.
I think if somebody's willing to donate like $100, we should live stream.
No, I don't want to live stream.
Live streaming the wedding's actually really
I don't
hard.
want people to remember our wedding on the day it
Yeah, you're
happened.
sure about
who we
that?
don't know, even if they paid.
I feel like I can play more of characters in this game than any other fighting game ever
Oh
made.
my god, my phone's done.
Like, I can play Necrid and Link and, like...
I used to be really good at this.
I can play Talim and I can play Mitsurugi. Like, I can play more
You
characters
can
in
play
Soul Calibur
Mitsurugi,
than
he's
any other
fucking
game.
hard.
It's hard. He's really hard in this game, but I can fucking dominate with him in any of the other games. He's like my favorite guy in the other ones, especially 3, I think.
I can play as Keelik and Sung Mina.
But like any other fighting game, I can only play one character max, except for maybe Smash Bros. To an extent. Or I can play like Roy and Corrin, and that's it. And Yoshi, but Yoshi's more of like
How'd
a
you guys
fun
like
character.
my Kirby strats?
You're pretty good.
Pretty pro.
I wanna do some 1v1s with May as Kirby.
You gotta.
Wait, like, so, because she was saying that all she did was literally spam, like,
She
Yeah.
was.
I'm
She would
terrible.
spam the same
I'm
shit.
terrible at Smash and get my ass kicked.
But like when you're on
regular.
4-player, you know, it's
But
not
it's-
you're not
it's a
playing by the
great
same
title.
rules.
It's definitely like party rules. Like
Yeah.
I definitely like have more fun when.
You're good at the party game, which I'm terrible at because I'm only good at 1v1 Smash.
But
I'm good at the
But
party
I can only
games.
get away with those strategies because I'm a girl. Like if I was a boy, you guys would catch on and be like, "You guys,
You
stop
faggot!
it.
What are you doing,
Stop
bitch?
It. You know."
Fuck's
Stop
wrong with
it.
you? I don't know, Connor does that. He just
He does,
runs away
but
and
he was a
charges his
girl
bomb.
about it. Like you can be like, "You're being a girl."
Yeah.
You're being female. Stop being female. It's wrong.
Being female is inherently wrong.
It's true.
You should feel bad about yourself because you're a woman. Get fucked! God damn it.
Wow.
The only strategy with Necrid is to just run in and just slam people. Fuck. No, god damn
Damn
it.
it, I really wanted perfect.
Motherfucker thought he was gonna get perfect. Eat shit, dude.
Nigga,
Hardcore.
Eat
I
shit and
almost
die.
did, though.
Fuck. God, Killick, man. Look at that! Just my guard destroyed! Destroyed! No!
Rematch, motherfucker. I'm gonna stay as
Suck
Necrid.
my
I'm gonna
fucking
fucking be
dick.
Necrid until I beat you.
Fuck.
Hey, what's some shit
Suck
to talk about?
my
We're doing
fucking
Digibros or
dick.
something. We're just hanging out, man. We're
Just
hanging out.
hanging out. Hanging out.
Oh.
Hanging out with the family.
Having ourselves a
That's
party.
pretty good.
Like,
That's
it's
pretty
pretty
good.
good.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
What we're talking about has nothing to do with you guys
Okay.
singing, by the way.
Aw.
That's pretty good though.
We're looking at a cosplay on her phone.
Is it a porn cosplay?
No, it's it was of Suyu
I don't
from My
only
Hero
look at porn on my
Academia.
phone.
I think.
Okay.
It's just 90% of what I do on my phone.
Hey.
Oh!
My foot literally is like.
What the
dead.
fuck was
What?
that? I've never done that before. That was cool.
Fuck.
I like it. Alright. I'm gonna do more of those. This is weird. That's different. That's weird. That's a
It's
chakra,
like your #1 phrase this weekend.
I guess.
Dude, yeah, we watched fucking Yacht Rock recently.
I don't think I've ever
boy.
shown Hope Yacht Rock.
Oh my god, you
Oh,
need to.
no.
That's a
There's
chakra.
too much-
Jesus.
There's too much shit that you say that she probably doesn't understand because she hasn't seen Yacht
I mean, that's a
Rock.
chakra. I think it's the only thing I say.
You
and
probably
like generally
dude,
being a fan
you
of
don't
Footloose.
you don't know. Like I rewatched that and I was like, like half of Project Awesomeness was this for a while. Like we made so many references to Yacht Rock. Like so much of it became memes. That song was in Project Awesomeness.
To be.
And then we did the whole Vincent Price resurrection scene.
You remember with the Derek eating the
Vig?
Yeah,
That's
Derek
why you
eating
don't
the pizza in
understand
your
the
kitchen.
joke.
It's okay, just the visual of Derek eating
Yeah,
the
it's a
pizza and
Vincent
looking
Price.
at
I remember
Carnival
Yeah,
was
Vincent
the
amazing.
resurrection of Ned the Druid was done by it's like just a recreation of a scene from
Yes,
fucking
I remember
Yacht Rock.
everyone being lost watching that. I was like,
Yeah.
whatever, it doesn't matter. No one's gonna understand.
And also, like, the chakra thing, definitely I quote all the time, but, like, there's other shit in there that you'll be like, oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a chakra. But I feel like Yacht Rock is also terrible. Like,
No,
it's
it's
amazing,
great.
but it's
Good.
also
It is
horrible.
one of the
Good.
best shows
Okay.
ever
If
made.
it's actually good.
Like, it is really fucking
It,
good.
it held up to whatever standards. were
Yeah.
back in the
Maybe we
day.
should just stop doing Digibros and go watch for Yacht Rock.
We can definitely do that.
How many?
Like,
we've got a long. I feel like we're
Especially
out of
if everyone's
stuff, right?
sick of
We're pretty much
losing
out
to
of
me
stuff.
over
We're
and
just, like,
over
losing
and
to Conrad.
over again.
Well, if I went back to